Dunlop have been involved in motorcycle racing since the dawn of motorcycle racing. We've been incredibly successful over the years and continuing to work with the best riders and the best motorcycles that we can get our hands on is the best way for us to develop new technology to cascade down to road tyre product so that eventually all of our customers benefit.
We've been preparing for the Moto 2 project for quite some while really, because it's been on the cards that the formula would change. With only 2 specs available for the Moto 2 riders, you have to be fairly confident that those tyres will do quite a punishing race distance.
With a road tyre, you have one tyre that has to cover everything from day, night, wet, dry, hot, cold. So there are a lot of parallels there, and I can certainly see in the future that there will be a huge spin-off from Moto 2 into the road tyre technology.
The GP Racer D211 is a classic example where you have 2 technologies, N-Tech and multi-tread.
N-Tech technology, the ingenious pressure adjust system, allows the rider to optimise the tyre by adjusting inflation pressure. Multi-tread technology uses a tougher central traction compound that maintains straight-line stability, traction, braking and longer tread life. The lateral compound is developed specifically to enhance grip at maximum lean angle.
This tyre is a very different way of assembling the tyre in the production process. Not only did we have to design a tyre, we also had to develop a machine capable of producing it. So that introduces into the manufacturing area some huge technical challenges. We've been incredibly successful in effectively producing a mass production version of something that is a very, very highly specialised construction. We started out with a pure racing tyre and made a road version of it. One of the key characteristics that you see amongst people in Dunlop Motorsport is that so many of us are extremely competitive people, and it's an incredible atmosphere to work in.
So here we are in the Dunlop service. I'm going to run you through the procedure of how customers bring their tyres back ready for replacement. We'll bring the tyres in ready for replacement, maybe because they've worn out or they like to try a new compound. We remove the air from inside them and remove the balance weights. Here we are at stage 2. We're going to remove the tyre using the fitting machine. The guy fitting obviously lubricates both sides of the beam for ease of fitment and ensures the correct direction is. Tyre inflation. To remove the airline, apply a valve core and a valve cap. Stage 3, static balance. We'll inspect the tyre, make sure everything's fine, let the tyre settle, indicating the heavy spot at the bottom so that we can apply the correct amount of lead to balance the tyre. There you have it, third stage complete, tyre ready for being sent out to the customer, back in the rack. My top tips for you guys at home with regard to their tyres, always refer to the manufacturer's retail size fitment guide. Always check to maintain the pressures accordingly, as incorrect pressures can accelerate wear, cause instability and affect the grip. The tread depth indicators, as I've just referred to here, give an accurate prediction of the amount of wear on them. Regular inspect your tyres for any damage, any impact, especially like a pothole. Make sure there's no surface damage on them. And after all, look after them, because at the end of the day, these are what keep you in contact with the road.
So hello Jörg, welcome to Mirval and the Sportsmart launch. I think 2009 has been a very good year for you with Yamaha and Dunlop as partners. Can you tell me a bit more about it?
Yeah, it was really a perfect year for us. We made the first test together with Dunlop in Spain, and we could go faster than the year before, and we saw this is a perfect performance. And the first 6 races I finished 5 in a row on leading position, and so I made a big step, and it was the basic for the title, of course.
Speaking about tires, you as a racer but also a road rider, what are you looking for in tires, whether on the racetrack or on the road?
You must have good feedback to find the limit for you and for the bike, and that's almost the key. And there's no difference between road racing or normal road racer on a normal street. The feeling is important. If the feeling is good, that's the key, and then everything is perfect.
So you've been partners with Dunlop for many years now. What makes it so special working with us?
In the last 2-3 years, our working was really very close together with all the engineers in England, and that's the main key for me. So I think I'm a very important point for Dunlop, and for me Dunlop is a very important point to winning championships, of course.
Like you know, like you need. It's perfect.
So yeah, I was really surprised because it was really cold on the asphalt and also the air temperature, and the tire is cold, and I go out, and after 2 corners I had a really confident feeling, and that's what you need on the road, and that's what you need also on the racetrack, to find a good feeling after the first moment. And this tire gives me a good feeling after the start. So for me it's perfect. It would be interesting if we put this tire on my superbike to see the difference between my slick tires, which I use in road racing, and this normal standard tire which we use on a normal road bike. It would be very interesting.
So on our launch here in Mirval for Sportsmart and TR91, the journalists have the opportunity to test on the dry and on the wet track 2 products, which are the Michelin Pure and the BT016 from Bridgestone alongside with Sportsmart. Now we believe that we have to give the journalists this choice and are pretty confident that our product outperforms them.
It felt more plush, it felt more planted, just gave you more confidence to get on the throttle earlier.
You can open the throttle much harder than on the Bridgestone and on the Michelin. Dunlop is the best by far.
It's really state of the art.
It's exactly what you guys say it is. I feel more confident with the Dunlop, yeah.
The thing that we do is we have onboarding equipment on the motorbikes. So the data they can collect is the speed, the lean angle, and finally acceleration, throttle, all other data is captured.
The biggest difference was on the wet. I had big confidence in Dunlop. It was great.
Felt like the tyres were willing me on rather than kind of just skittering about without a clue what to do.
Definitely a clear difference between the tyres because the Dunlop is cutting through the water.
The Dunlop is more stable, but what is the biggest difference is it has much more grip than the other two.
It's always difficult for a rider to make some judgment. In the wet, maybe not so difficult because differences are bigger. But clearly, we've had journalists who were saying, well, maybe I was a bit faster with one of the two competitors. But clearly, when you show him the figures, he's pretty astonished.
And here we have some big difference on the lean angle. It's 26 for the Sportsmart, 21 for the Power Pure, 20 for the Bridgestone. But if you do like a percentage, you are like 20% more. This is a big improvement for us.
As we saw from the data login, I was going a lot faster on the Dunlops and the Michelin, so it must have given me more confidence just to ride that little bit faster.
Like you know, like you need. Perfect.
It's very nice in the handling.
You always have a nice feeling, you know, and the comfort when you just ride in the street, it's super. So I guess it's a really good tire.
Our philosophy has always been to make sure that the latest technology from the race gets on the road. Because on the race, it's a proving ground. But really what matters is the end users benefits for all the technical developments which we do.
For me, it's the best tire is Dunlop qualifier too. Really good.
Fantastic feeling on wet track.
You have confidence, I would say, yes, with Dunlop tire.
You get so much confidence on the wet. It's very stable and gave a lot of grip.
Yeah, brilliant tyre.
Great impression and great feedback for our future technologies. Yeah, I'm happy.